Hey folks, this Chico, he provides. Can you hear that? That is snow melting off of my roof. And I'm loving it. We've still got quite a bit of snow, but it's melting pretty fast. So today we're going to do some work with the chickens. They haven't been out of the coop in several days. And they're just squawking and they want out bad. So I'm going to let them out today. But we're going to do some work on the coop. I'm going to bring you along. We got some new feed to put in and several things. And I'll show you some different things that we're doing. But I also want to show you the benefits of couponing with homesteading. It's a small one, but hey, a win's a win. I like a win. So we'll be back. So I want to get right to it about the benefits of couponing and homesteading together. There are several, but right now I just want to focus on one thing. My feed, this 50-pound bag's only got a little bit in the bottom. We've got some wild bird seed that we got for free a long while back, and I've kept it in this tub, but it's only about that much in the bottom of the can now. Makes good scratch grains for the birds. But in the winter time too, I mix it in with their feed. It's got some corn in it and some stuff. Helps keep them warm, keep them, get them through the winter. So anyway, one of the benefits is these here, I get these free. I've got 4 bags of them. They're 12 ounces each, so 48 ounces. I got them totally free, and they're cat food. But we don't have a cat. But I'm going to mix it in with their feed. I've read the ingredients, I've read the protein, and when I mix in 48 ounces with another, probably 2 bags, probably another 100 pounds of chicken feed, and then probably 30 pounds of bird feed, it'll be a small portion of the feed. We had some cat food that was left over. Somebody had dropped off a cat, and so we bought a small bag, and the cat took off and whatever. So we had the cat food. So I did a little research. It was fine to give it to the birds. So I mixed a little of that in with their feed. They tore it right up, and they're laying well. The egg shells are good and thick, so I don't see any downside. So when I had the opportunity to get this free, I jumped on it. So we're going to mix 48 ounces of cat feed and probably 25, maybe 30 pounds of wild bird seed, and probably 110 pounds of actual chicken feed. This is layer pellets, and we have another 50-pound bag of this, and we have 50 pounds of crumbles. We're going to mix it all together, make the feeding process a little easier. We also crush all their egg shells and feed back to them. They're so glad to be out. That might be a little bit of a problem in the future. I've got to start eating less eggs. So we're going to start selling the eggs, and I'll eat less. So shortly, I'll get some oyster shells, probably next week. So instead of rambling on, I wanted to let you know about, we're taking what we got for free from couponing, and we're going to stretch our chicken feed bill. Now I'm also going to do the normal stuff, to clean out the poop and change the hay that's in the roost. But I'm also, because it's so moist and so damp, and it's getting ready, it's supposed to rain for the next couple of days, I'm also going to take some straw and throw in the bottom to kind of balance it out a little bit. So I'll probably do a few other things. We'll be back in a little bit. So the only outbuilding we have besides the coop is that little shed. We've got a storm shelter over here that we hope to turn into a mushroom growing house sometime soon. But it's not really viable to keep feed in, not at this point. So right there is the only place we actually have to store feed. So I have trash cans that we picked up, I think at auctions for next to nothing. And we put the feed in there, and then when we buy more, we'll store it in there. For example, Rural King just started their 12% rebate back again on anything you buy. I bought this on the same deal 2 months ago or a month ago, whatever. So I'll go up in the next few days and I'll buy 100 pounds, maybe 200 pounds of feed. I'll buy the beans that we eat at the house. I'll buy several items like that. I'll get that 12% rebate back, and then I'll put it to good use as well. But it helps lower our cost of feed. So when we get it at Rural King or wherever we get it, sometimes we go to a independent place next county up. But we store it in there, and then when these trash cans get low, we'll pull it out of there and fill up the trash cans, and then when we have room in there, we pick up more. So we try to make it coincide with sales and rebate programs and stuff like that to help out. So the little shed, I don't know, do you have a shed that just keeps, no matter what you do, it's cluttered every time you come out? You'll spend hours organizing, and it seems like elves or trolls or gnomes or something come in and destroy it. Took me a half hour just to get my feet out. So there we are. I'll be back. So I wanted to show you what I came up with. That's 50 pounds of pellets, 50 pounds of crumbles, 48 ounces of cat food, and about 30 pounds of wild bird seed. And then I had about probably 10 pounds of layer pellets from a previous bag. I dumped it in, I mixed it all up. I think it's a pretty nice mix. I think it's going to stretch their feed bill, and I think it's going to work. Now I want to show you the inside, and you guys might get tired of seeing the inside of my coop, but me, it's an experience, and I thoroughly enjoy it. Here's what the bottom of their coop looks like. We decided that we were going to let this compost. We were just going to throw in the food scraps, all the organic material, the compost, the kitchen scraps, bell pepper tops, banana peels, all of that stuff. We were going to let them do their business. We were going to change out the hay in their coop and their gifts that they leave us. By the way, I got an egg. And we were just going to let it compost through the winter so it put off a little heat. And I think it's working well. And I know compost has to be moist to actually put off the heat. But with all the snow and the rain that's coming, it seemed like it was a little too moist to me. So we're going to throw some straw in the bottom and let them work that straw in. With all the weather, the 0-degree weather that we've had for 2 weeks, keeping the water full was a different deal. I brought out water every morning. I broke up the ice in here, because even though we've got heated water, when it drops down, below 10 degrees, it doesn't do much good. The water on top will freeze. Even though there's water underneath, the birds still can't get to it. So I brought out a hammer a few times a day, broke open the ice, poured new water in, and I've kept them well hydrated all through this cold snap. But see, you can see right back here the moisture that's coming in. We've got wood chips piled up around outside. So the moisture's coming in. It's a little more moist than I think is probably good for the birds. So we're going to throw that straw down like I said. Going to clean this out, put new hay in, bring them new water. And one of our viewers told me One of the issues that I was having with my water freezing up as quick as it was because I had it sitting directly on a concrete block. So he told me to put styrofoam under it, but we don't have any styrofoam, but we've got an abundance of newspapers. So I stacked up newspapers and it has made a difference. So thanks, Jerry. So, and one other thing I want to share. Oh, sorry. Apologize. The couponing thing. We knew that we would get to a point where we are able to donate and to help others outside of our immediate family. Well, we made our first donation, which wasn't much, to a local place. It's Grace Haven. It's kind of a halfway house. It's connected with the Gateway Ministries, and Gateway Ministries also has the Mercy Center that feeds people, I think 5 days a week. So it's an organization we support not near enough, but Grace Haven is for people to get out of prison. They want to start a new life. So we donated some shampoo, shaving cream, toothpaste, yada yada. So while we were there, they were getting new shelving. And I made the remark of, hey, if you have shelving you want to get rid of, I could use it because of the couponing and stuff that we're doing now. The pastor from there just called me a while ago while I was working with the feed. He's bringing shelves to me. It amazes me. He provides. It works out all the way around. So that's what we've got going on. I got a few more things to do in the coop, but nothing out of the ordinary, nothing that you haven't seen before. So I just want to bring you along and thank you for all you're doing. We are near 1 million minutes watched. Thank you. It's all because of you. Couldn't do it without you. We appreciate you coming along. Please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment. Tell me if you've got a better idea for the coop. Tell me if it needs to be moister than it is. Is moisture a word? If it needs to, yeah, you get it. You can find us across social media at He Provides Homestead. Godspeed, guys. Well, I thought I was done, and then I realized that I always show you what the coop looks like when it looks rough. So I thought I'd take a minute and show you what the coop looks like when it looks pretty good. They got fresh hay. The straw won't stay. I just stuck it in there. I know the straw won't keep them as warm, and it's really not a food for them, so it won't stay. But I threw some down there, and I'm going to let them spread it out as they see fit. Because after I cleaned out the hay, I realized I had a lot of dry material on the ground. And this newspaper I used to clean out the bottom of the water, because it's electric, so it's a hassle to take it in and wash it. So I just grabbed newspaper, like I said, we have an abundance, and I wiped it out real good. Then I just ripped it up into shreds, and I'm going to let them dig it in and turn it over. So tell me what you think. Looks pretty good, I think. They got new feed, and it's full. They got new clean water. They got hay on the ground, a little bit of straw. There you go. I think the coop looks pretty good today. What do you think? Godspeed. Oops. Godspeed, guys.